Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night, where we're back for season 26 of Sunday Night Lights. I'm your host, Alex McKellar, and I'm missing my partner in crime at the moment, Corey Steinhauser. He was going to be here. If you're out there, Corey, hurry up, mate. We're alive. Anyway, we're back for another season. The boys are out there in quali at the moment. We might just check out who's out and about, starting with the one-plated car, Mr. Naoya Nagaya, the leading Japanese driver with some pace, as we know. He's joining us once again. Second seed here tonight, Christian Perez. He hasn't quite landed in the server as yet, which leaves series returning champion Julian O'Freas, the three-plated car. Out there tonight, the red face racer, Sam Devanti. The cowboy is back, everyone. He's back in business in the skips. Hasn't raced since Laguna Seca last season, but he's put the yards in this week and looking forward to a great result for the cowboy. Giuseppe Tellini, the Italian driver. There he is on your screen at the moment. He's back in action for Wave Italy Racing Team. Number 6, Fraser Smith. He was saying before the race he's a little bit underdone for practice, but he was the standout up-and-comer from last season. Joined us partway through the season. Put on a great show. Interesting to see if he can back it up this season round. Takumi Yamato, the car number 7 here tonight, who, there he is. He's out on track. There we go. He's been racing a lot of F3s this season, but comes back here just especially for Sunday Night Lights. Jeffrey Decker, our only US participant here tonight for World Resources Institute Racing. Don't count the number 8 car out here tonight. Decker has some startling pace in these cars, as does young Vasco Sorowski for Team Clowns. He's back. He's back in action while we're away on somewhat of an hiatus over the festive season. Last week in a 4,900 strength of field, at this time, unbroadcasted, Vasco took out a podium. So expect big things from the leading ANZ driver here tonight. The 10-plated car for Team Torpedo, Anthony Jones, is back in action on track. Great to see Jonesy back out there. Hiroshi Ueda, the second of many Japanese drivers in here tonight. Great to see Hiroshi out there on track. Marcus Dorner joins us again this season. He's backing up again after being involved in seasons previous. Russell Clark III, Esquire, Team Bossman for Team Milo, makes it in as car number 13 here tonight. Newcomer to the series and someone who's going to test my pronunciation is Amord Chabanet, is where I'm going for, the Frenchman. Hiroyuki Shorda-san joins us once again. He aspired to be in the top split last season, and this season he's back in after having just the single appearance. Daniel Otuga, one to watch. Car 16 here tonight, the Scandinavian. However, pace to burn. Mitchell Nichols, the third ANZ driver or the fourth, I should say, ANZ driver in this field, coming up from the second split this time round. 18 in a 20-car field is Juan Ramon Belo Garcia from Iberia. And he's, as I said, car number 18. 19 in the seedings is another newcomer to Sunday Night Lights, Jan Tielens is how I'm going to go that. Nice little picture there of Jan. Good to see him out there. Shinichi Otsu, not only the final Japanese driver, but the final driver in this field. So that's our field of 20 as we start seeing the second laps start to come down. Perez is out on track now too. Watch out for Christian Perez. He is lightning in these cars. Car number 2, doing a bit of work with Christian in the background for the IRS, which is Infinite Racing Service, sorry. We're doing lap guides. I'm doing the English speaking version of Christian's lap guides, and I'll tell you what, the man has some pace, and it's well worth your time having a squiz at those each week. He's already up to P3 after lap 1. Nagai, of course, setting the pace, who has outstanding pace in quali as we know from the last couple of seasons. Swarovski, though, provisionally in P2, as Decker now can only manage to stick it on the second row in P4 for his... Oh, it's his first lap, was it? No, it was his second lap. Nagai now. He's done his 2 laps. 43-1. Jones jumps up to P2. Tellini now coming around, rounding out his lap. Oh, he's just done his, and he's only managed P5. I'm just trying to spot those now. Smith, a little bit underdone. Where's he going to land as he approaches the final stage of his qualifying session? Can he put a lap in? That's the question. He's done a 43-1. That's pretty good, but I'll tell you, he's not as far up as I thought with a 43-1. Maybe it wasn't a valid lap. Otuga now. What's he got for us? Where is he? There he is. Grab the angle there, please. Thank you. Otuga rounding out his lap. He's not improved his penultimate sector. What's he got in the last sector? Did a 43-1 last time round. No. Could not better it. What's Perez got for us? He's finished his laps, only managed P2. A 43-4. That's time of Nagai standing up to the test. Anyone out on track? Yep. Garcia's still out there setting a time. He's on his second lap as he comes through the final stages in his qualifying tilt. Of course, we've seen Garcia before. What's he got for us in quali for race 1? Of course, round 4 of the official season as he crosses the line. Because of the Christmas break, we're back here as round 1. He jumps up to P9 inside the top 10 with a 43.9. We've plenty happy out there. Plenty out there happy with a 43.9 in quali. Devante is still out there turning laps, but he's only managed P10. He's got some good pace here. It's whether or not he can move through this field. Very impressed with Swarovski, the leading ANZ driver here on the second row, by the looks of things, as the clock's just about to tick down. Speedy Snails driver only managing P10 as the clock does tick down. Let's go check out our grid for round 1 of season 26 from Belle. Naoya Nagai continues his rich vein of qualifying form. The Japanese driver finishing on pole to start this one. Christian Perez for Faster Arturo team. Might need to update that, Mr. Perez. He starts on the front row in second. Anthony Jones for Team Torpedo, once again showing he knows how to steer these things. Starts from third. Team Clowns driver, Vasco Swarovski, leading ANZ driver, sticks it on the second row and starts from P4. World Resources Institute, I think that's what that stands for. It's cut off there. Jeff Decker, he starts out of 5th tonight. Julian O'Fray, the returning series champion, starts out of 6th. Takumi Yamato is the second Japanese driver on the grid, starts from 7th. Marcus Dorner, returning driver, starts out of 8th. Juan Garcia from Iberia out of 9th. Sam Devantier for Speedy Sales, only managing 10th, as we said. Fraser Smith returns for his second season, and hopefully a full one, starting from 11th in the first race. Giuseppe Tellini for Wave Italy Racing Team starts from 12th. Over the page, 13th tonight will be Arond Chabanais, is how I'm going to say that. Arnaud Chabanais starts from 13th. Hiroyuki Shoda starts from 14th in his second race of SNL. Russell Clark, the third for Team Milo, out of 15th. Shinichi Otsu from Japan out of 16th. Hiroshi Ueda-san starts from 17th. Jan Tillens from Belgium, he's out of 18th. Ortuga, surprisingly, out of 19th tonight, just ahead of Mitchell Nichols, who starts out of 20th. Thank you there, Sodi, for reminding me that the race is, in fact, about to start as we grab our pole sitter. What sort of camera angle there we got? We got Fred the Flag Marshal in shot as well. Strength of field for those playing at home is 44.34 as the red lights mean rev and the lights out, and we are away, as they say in the F1s. And Fred the Flag Marshal vigorously waves his flag as we come down through turn 1 and 2 for the first time of season 26, and we are off and away and racing, as they say, as they head down the front, or the first of two big straights here down Central Avenue into turn 3, which is the primary passing opportunity, of course. Nagai taking a defensive line. They're stacked up behind him. Don't be surprised if you hear a bit of metal crunching around here tonight, folks. The phantom contacts here are real, and depending on how low the suspension is in some of the drivers' cars, expect that to be fairly real as well, as the guys now coming out around turn 6 for the first time onto the big back straight up Strand Drive into the second of two major passing opportunities at turn 7, as Perez leads them out as we kick off round 1, season 26 starter. It's as O'Frey's off in the background. Yamato's gone with him. Something's happened there. Let's go grab a quick look. It would have been into the braking zone, into 7, I am sure. Yamato's straight into the rear of our returning series champion in the braking zone. O'Frey will be spewing, blowing up Deluxe, I have no doubt. That's part of racing though, folks. It happens. Happens to the best of them, as we can see. All right, now we are back in action with the front runners after that unfortunate start on lap 1. Not entirely surprising though, it does happen around here, of course. Our leading pack led by Perez, who has told me that he is out to win the Sunday Night Lights this time round. Truncated season, of course, because of the festive break. However, there are 9 solid rounds that he will have to perform in if he is to achieve that goal. As behind we see, Devantia. It's all come unstuck. Oh my gosh, that is a massive pile up. Let's go and check out what happened there. I'm just trying to pick which car to follow into that, because there's so many who've come a cropper there. Devantia makes the move up the inside of the 18 car of Garcia, locks it up. Outbraked himself into Garcia. Smith behind, I think it is. Yes, it is. Into the rear of Devantia. Followed then by the Italian driver of Tellini. And that's all kinds of messy. And then Clark with nowhere to go is into the back of Tellini. Has anyone survived there? We see the 16 going through Vertuga, navigating that somewhat expertly. We have lost a ton of our competitors in that one. Clark spinning it up. Oh my goodness. That is not what we wanted to see. However, jumping back up to the front, we've got Perez leading it. Perez once again leading from Nagai. He made the move early and he's made it stick, as we see Jones now putting all sorts of pressure over Nagai. Second in the series overall. He was last season, as the trees give us all sorts of trouble here when it comes to seeing the action. Jones now sitting in third, tucked in behind Swarovski, the leading ANZ driver, still in fourth. Started fourth, continues to be fourth, looking to back up his podium from last week. However, he's got some work to do. I'll tell you how it's got some work to do. Decker has got some great pace, but he's starting to get dropped here. He's, what's that, 6/10 off the back, so he's okay. Dorner in the 12-plated car. He's racing a lonely one there, sitting there in P6. Garcia is sitting in 7th, again racing a lonely one. Otuga, who is up currently 11 positions after navigating his way through. Started last, up 11 positions. Into 8th, and he is, well, he's got some work to do if he wants to progress from there, because there are some lightning fast folks up front. And tonight, we are led by Perez, who, like I said, he has made it no secret that he wants to win this one and this series. So let's see what the Iberian racer can do. The Infinite Racing Services driver, what can he do here tonight? He's leading it so far, and he's can't do more than that, certainly after 3 laps. as we now tick over to lap 4. The drivers come under, and Fred, the flag marshal, keeping a close eye on the competitors here tonight. See if we can get a better angle than that. There we go. Now this race settling into that middle phase where everyone's just trying to sort themselves out. In fact, the front three look to be building a gap now. Swarovski in the braking zone compresses up and manages to get back a 10th, although now as they come through the technical sections at 4 and 5, pushing once again out to about a second. Decker will be getting nervous about the front pack being gone here, because it looks like they've almost busted it. Yeah, Swarovski now 1.4 seconds, is it? No, I beg your pardon, that's off the leader. He's 1.1 and will be struggling to hang on. The ANZ driver now, Decker, all over the back of him, thinking perhaps he's got the pace to bridge the gap as they come into the braking zone at 7. No, lets it go this time by. As you can hear the phantom crunching or the bottoming out of the skips as they come through the fountain section there at 8 through 9 and 10 now into this fantastic turn 10 there as we see them on exit. Use every bit of the track where possible and get it done through there. Great shot there. Finally, we find one. As up front, we see Perez leading them away from Nagai. Iberian, Japanese, UK drivers, international flavour of Sunday Night Lights this season once again. We call it the ANZ Strength of Field race, but the big guns come out to play each and every week. 42.9, we're into the 42s. Nagai now all over the back of Perez now. What's he got for us, Nagai? Is he going to make a move? Perez comes across to cover the line. Nagai shows the nose but does no more, perhaps thinking better of it for this time round, trying to build that gap which is now out to 1.6 seconds through the second half of that last lap. Perez is getting it done and leading these other two away, Nagai and Jones. We know Nagai's got 1 lap pace, but has he got the racing to take it to Perez here tonight? And Jones, we know, has the racing too. The question is, can Nagai go one step higher? He's been twice second or twice runner-up in Sunday Night Lights history. Can this season be the one where he goes and stands on the top step of the dais overall? Only time will tell, folks. I tell you what, you don't want to kiss that wall on the exit of turn 8. It will chew up and spit out your rear right suspension any chance it gets. Oh, good use of the track there from Swarovski on exit of 8. Of 11 there. That's how you want to do it. You have to be so committed around these street circuits, as you can see them running so close up to the walls. Decker's got past Swarovski now and looking to see what he can do to bridge any gap, which is now out to nearly 2 seconds. And just clicked over 2 as they cross the line at the start of lap 6. This is where this front pack will be starting to think, what sort of ducks and drakes can they do? How can they set themselves up to maximise their finishing result? Oh, in the background, who did we lose? Was it? Oh, I'm just trying to find. I saw someone go around in the background. I think it was Garcia. Let's see if we can grab a replay. No. Oh, he's lost the front wheel as it rolls sedately off down the front straight. Garcia is dead set gone. Why can't I see the incident for that? Oh my goodness, that is one sad looking Skippy. Oh dear. I wonder if I can find... oh, I've lost Dorna there as well. He's had a crash and jumped to the pits. Why don't we check that one out? Dorna, what's he done? Oh, has he clipped the wall? Yeah, so easy to do. Bang. Through turn 6, you're trying to get the apex as much as you can. Full commitment. And that's all she wrote for Dorna. How's the progress of our mate Garcia going? He's getting there. He's determined to get that thing back there as Devantia closes up after his earlier incident. He'll be looking to skate by there. Anyway, let's go check out our leaders. As we jump back up to the front, we see station as usual. Perez leading Nagai and Jones. They've now built a 3-second gap over Decker and Swarovski. 42.7, the fastest lap set in clean air by Christian Perez last time round. He's towing these boys away from Decker and Swarovski. Decker only managing a 43.8 in P4, so they're not bridging that gap anytime soon. 43.5 was Otuga, who's got a bent front wing, and that will hamper any of his thoughts of progressing, at least on pace. It's remarkable how much the front wing affects the overall, particularly straight line speed of these cars. As we see Frey in the background doing quite well in his recovery drive up to P7. He's only down one spot from where he qualified, but not where our series champion, returning champion, saw himself tonight. Chabanais making his debut in the series, up 5 positions, doing quite well in the mid stages of the race, just ahead of Shorter and Nichols in a battle pack with Tellini behind. Tellini also caught up in that lap 1 incident with Devantia. He's on a recovery drive as well. Noted from the peanut gallery, no Johansson in this field tonight. He would have made the top split no problems with a 400 plus strength of field. I think he might have slept in. I don't know. I was looking forward to seeing Johansson line up against the like of Perez, Nagai and Jones up front, but no luck for us here tonight as we watch Shorter now battling with Nichols, and Chabanais looks to almost get away there with Tellini hunting in the background there. The 17 of Nichols showing the nose on Shorter through turn 12 there. Crucial corner sets up 13 and the run to the line at 14. Very much crucial to be thinking about where you position and how you run through there in the latter stages of the race, because that can be the difference about finishing, the finishing order at least. As I look now, I can see Nichols is missing his front wing entirely, so that's going to have his chances. As there we go, he's going to have a look up this straight and see what he can get to. I think again that front wing missing will hamper him. 3 wide if you don't mind. Tellini comes through the middle, gets it done in the braking zone, and they've got it sorted. Shorter says, no, I don't want any part of that 3 wide. Tellini gets a 2-for-1 special, and away he goes on his recovery drive. He's up 3 positions from where he started on the grid. Hit between the teeth, and away the Italian driver goes. Getting it done here as we check in on our leaders. The last lap round, Jones did a 42.4 to set the fastest lap of the race, with Perez now getting all sorts of pressure from the guy in the background, really starting to turn up the heat on the Iberian driver as they exit out of 11 this time round, and Perez will have his mirrors full of the blue Japanese driven car of Naoya Nagai, who in turn has the UK's Anthony Jones for Team Torpedo all over his rear axle, as well as they come through the sweeping turn 1-2 complex for the start of lap 9 this time round. Kissing the apex hard there was Nagai, just ahead of Perez, who prefers not to touch as much on that first apex least of the sweeping turn 1-2 complex. Now Nagai 2.0 shows his head as he looks to make the move into turn 3. Big wiggle under braking, gets the racing room he needs from Perez. They've got it done. Perez on the outside now into turn 4, and the Japanese driver sees the corner, but now coming under threat from the UK's Jones in his mirrors this time round. The action's starting to heat up quite early. Question is, can Decker do something about it, as that raciness does cost them time, and you can see that gap visibly closed now, back to 2.3 seconds from where it was in the previous lap. 42.5 his fastest lap last time round for Decker, which was already 0.3 quicker than Perez on the front of the lead pack, as they close up once again through the fountain section there. Turn 8, 9, great little complex here. Love the exit of turn 11 here as they go through. You really want to maximize usage of the track there. As you can see, just as those tyre barriers seed, you can use every bit of the track up to the safety barriers on the left there. And the great drivers will do that for sure. Checking in on one of our other battles. What do we got? Swarovski there. So he's with Decker. They're going okay, but Swarovski looking to like he might be struggling to hang on. There's a bit of a battle going on here though, led by Shorter with Otsu behind him. It's a battle of the Japanese drivers here. You've got Shorter, Otsu, Ueda and Yamato. They're all in a four-way battle for the best of the rest of the Japanese drivers, and the remaining Sunday Night Lights points. They're led by Shorter. That's got some pace. I think he's one to watch in the future, Hiroyuki Shorter, as there's again battling going on up in front. Just caught a glimpse of Nagai having another lunge into turn 3. Did not get it done this time round as well. Once again settles in for another lap, or second part of the lap behind Perez. And again, Decker now within 1.8 seconds, 1.9 seconds. The gap closing up. Decker just running clean, hard, fast laps, while the three in front battle away, bringing Decker and potentially Swarovski, if he can hang on to it. Struggling for pace here. He's done a lot of racing here, Swarovski, but just maybe softening at the end of the racing week here under the bright Sunday night lights. As there again, it might just be the pace being so hot up front. These boys putting on a big show. Perez now. Seeing that run through the second sector there at the end of the passing opportunity at turn 3 has cost Nagai. He's now not close enough really to push the point. He really needs 2 laps to set it up. He loses so much time in the battle at turn 3 and doesn't have enough time in the rest of the lap to get close enough now. So here's a lap gone. They're starting lap 11 this time round. No way he challenges at turn 3 this time round, because he's 3/10 behind on the exit of 1. It's just not close enough. The exit of 1 and 2, I should say. So he'll need to think about how he's approaching the closing stage of this race. As you can see, he was in no way ever going to make a move there. And yeah, look, all the while, Decker's closed up another 10th by the looks on that last lap. So Perez did a 1:43.2, whereas Jeffrey Decker in P4 did a 42.6, 7/10, or 6/10, I should say, quicker last time round, and Decker will be licking his lips. We've lost Tellini. Tellini's had an accident. Let's go check out what happened there. Oh, he's blown his engine, Tellini. He's blown the engine. Oh, then he stuck it on the racing line, and oh, who was that just nearly missed him? Oh, there's plenty going on there before he hits the eject button. Oh, Tellini. That's not the way he wanted to start his season, I should say. Half second now. And growing is Perez's lead over Nagai. I'm wondering what might have happened there. What did we miss while we were checking Tellini? Hard to know, but there is a big gap there. 7.5 tenths now. Perez putting his stamp on this one. Can the Iberian get it done? Spaniard out in front. It's only 7 tenths. Does Jones sit? They've got 4 laps to go. They've got time enough to catch him up if they're good enough. And we know Nagai's got 1 lap pace. But can he use it to bridge that gap? 42.5 from Perez last time round. 42.6 from Decker. That gap not closing, obviously, on that basis. Now, this is where the strategy starts coming out. Nagai, great in the braking zone there. Cuts that lead in half and back in touch. Now, the question is, now that he's 3/10, where is he at the end of this lap to set up the overtaking move into turn 3 next time round? What other battles we going on? How's the Japanese? Let's check in with the Japanese battle. Shorter still on the front of that, leading Yamato, Otsu, and Ueda's dropped right off the latter. Sam Devantier making his return, or trying to, after that big lockup on that one. Clark, he's right out of it, unfortunately. Garcia, similarly. Ortega, he's up 13 positions now. Sitting in 6th. And what's that? 5 seconds off the top 5. So he's not going to be in it. Swarovski now. He's 1.5 nearly behind Decker, who's running pretty good times there. Pretty close to what the leaders are running. Decker had the pace, just didn't quite get in a position to make use of it this time round. All right, this is what we're looking for. Let's sit on the nose of one Naoya Nagai. See what he's got through this first sector now. He's set it up well. He's right in there now. 3/10 behind. This is where you want to be with a good exit in draft. Straight away under 3/10. What do we got? Yeah, there you go. Perez taking the defensive line now. Into the braking zone. No, leaves the door open for the Japanese driver. There you go. Oh, there. Left a car width and no more. Great racing room given as the wheels interlock between Nagai and Jones, if you don't mind. They actually interleaved wheels. Came away with it. How we've seen terrible netcode here all week, but side by side and more than side by side, they were interlocked wheels and they got away with it. That's remarkable. You never see that anywhere, let alone at Belle, where the netcode gods reign supreme. Unbelievable stuff there. And they get away with it. 42 dead from Nagai last time round in Perez's draft as the fastest lap of the race. Will we see the fabled 1 minute 41 second lap at any stage before this one closes out with 3 to go when they cross the line? Oh, sorry, 2 to go when they cross the line. Our leaders now setting up for the final couple of laps. A lap car of, I think it's Telens ahead of them. Will that come into play as we run this one down? First race of season 26 of Sunday Night Lights here at Belle Isle. I'm trying to find a good angle through this last sector as Perez looking to run away with it. Yeah, look at that. 6/10 through here. It's not going to be this lap. It'll have to be the last one, if any, for these guys to make an impact on Perez's lead. What's he got for us? Jones sitting there patiently. He's not going to make the move this lap. He'll have to weigh up. Look, beautiful braking there again. Gains a 1/10.5 in the braking zone, does Nagai, or at least a 10th. But Perez focusing on his exits, obviously opens up the corner nicely at turn 5. Now coming down to that all-important turn 6. Beautiful apex. All the track on exit. That's how you get it done, folks. Jones pulling out of the draft, leaving it to the last lap for him to make his move. Now Nagai getting close once again, down to 3/10. That's about the margin he wants to have something to say at the turn 3 overtaking opportunity on the final lap. As we start shaping up for the end of the big one, round 1 of Sunday Night Lights. Comes through 11 now, setting up this final sector. What sort of run are they going to get? Looks pretty good. Now, the 2-plated car, Christian Perez, all over the back of him is the 1-plated car of Naoya Nagai. It looks like Jones giving them a little bit of space, perhaps looking to pick his way through the incidents that unfold at turn 3 this time round. Within 2/10 now, with a 42 dead, just by 1/1000th, I think, sets the fastest lap, does Naoya Nagai. Nagai, oh, beautiful run from Perez there. Perhaps Nagai too close to get good sighting on the corners. Perez now. Which way is Nagai going to go? He's going to go the inside again. Perez holds his line straight, compromises, then moves out. Interesting. Will he try the over-under? Yes, he does. Oh, he gets hit in the rear by Jones. Jones backs out and redresses, but that leaves the door open for Nagai. Nagai has got the lead now. Perez with the over-under move stifled by the UK driver of Jones behind him. This time round, though, Perez with the damaged wing on the rear. Oh, and he's clipped the apex and the outside wall. That's it. Perez is gone. Nagai's got to win it. Jones is through, looking to take second place. Oh, that's a tragedy for Perez. not through his own making. Nagai now leading it away. Will we have our first Japanese winner for the season? Nagai, he stuck it on pole. He's led naught but the last lap. If this turns out to be the win for Nagai, Jones sitting in second. Perez all over the back of him, wondering what's happened to his race. Perhaps did he try too much at turn 3 on the final lap? Nagai's going to win it, folks. As he comes down, he's just got to get the run out of 12 right through 13, and it will be Naoya Nagai leading the way home for the first race of Sunday Night Lights, season 26 from Belle Isle, and it is Nagai who crosses the line first, followed by Anthony Jones and Christian Perez. The Spaniard not happy at the end of that one. Perhaps he tried to get a little too fancy there into turn 3, I wonder. Swarovski crosses. Where else have we got finishing now? Frey comes across. Chabanais in his debut. He's looking to round it out with a top 10 finish in 8th. Nichols, 9th, just ahead of the Hiroyuki Shorter, who led the best of the rest of the Japanese drivers ahead of Yamato and Otsu. Devantia, he'll be kicking himself over locking up on lap 1. Causing that incident which affected so many. We any stragglers? Yeah. Oh, the wingless Russell Clark the third. Team Milo Bossman. Oh, he's barely got a front wing. It's just hanging on for dear life at the end there. And Russell will finish it. We're just waiting for Tellini now, who had an adventurous race, I think, as clearly Russell Clark did. I wonder what happened to Clark. See if I can't find it. Saw Tellini crash. No. Tellini's just coming to round out his race. We'll just see if we can... No, I can't find out what happened to Clark there. I can't quite spot it in the telemetry. Anyway, there we go. There's our final straggler crossing the line, Giuseppe Tellini. Oh, he'll be licking his wounds as well. All right, folks, let's take a look at our results for race 1. Season 26 of Sunday Night Lights. Naoya Nagai, perhaps with an unlikely victory, just kept his nose clean at the end there. Didn't get caught up in the racing that was around him. And goes, and like I said, I think he only led one lap and took it out in the end. Nagai-san goes pole and wins, and perhaps even might have picked up. No, I don't think he picked up the fastest lap. So no 3 from 3 for Nagai-san, but I'm sure he'll be grinning with the win nonetheless. Anthony Jones for Team Torpedo probably crushes the bad luck that he gets here on a Sunday night. Typically in the past, and grabs a podium there at P2. Christian Perez perhaps rubbed the wrong lucky rabbit's foot tonight after leading so much of this race and really looking to have the running of it. Only manages P3, but did do pretty well in getting that P3 to hang on after the incidents at the end there. Unfortunate for Christian and his tilt at the title this time around. Jeffrey Decker. He's either stayed up very late or got up very early, the US driver for World Resources Institute Racing, but he's been rewarded with P4. Vasco Swarovski, the leading ANZ driver there, lost a spot from where he started, but didn't seem to have the pace, but we'll talk to him in a minute, no doubt, and see what he made of it. Daniel Otuga with a massive 13 position gained throughout the race after bombing out in qualification. Picked his way through the early incident and managed to drive his way up to P6. Fantastic drive from Otuga. Julian O'Fray, returning champion, only managed to get 7th in the end, unfortunately, just ahead of debutant Chabanais, the other Frenchman in the field. He's got in there for 8th. Mitchell Nichols, second ANZ driver inside the top 10 here tonight, making the most of his top split appearance here, finishing in 9th. Hiroyuki Shorter, in his second top split appearance, manages to grab 10th, just ahead of Takumi Yamato, Shinichi Otsu, the other two Japanese drivers behind him in 10th and 11th respectively. 11th and 12th respectively, rounding out the Sunday Night Lights points as well. Sam Devantier recovered for 13th for Speedy Snails, just ahead of Hiroshi Ueda, the Japanese driver, in 14th. Jan Tillians, apologies if I'm butchering that, mate. He's finished in 15th in his debut. Juan Garcia, the Iberian, in 16th. Russell Clark, the third for Team Milo, in 17th. And Giuseppe Tellini for Wave Italy Racing, after what looked like such a promising race, ends up in 18th. As we go over the page, if I remember, there we go. Fraser Smith got caught up in that early incident, and unfortunately, he got back out there, but only managed 19th, ahead of our only retirement for the night, Marcus Dorner. Alrighty then. I'll just, before we grab folks for interviews, we might mute that, grab a green flag there, grab that and that, and stick it there. All right, so we'll go in finishing order, which leaves us with Mr. Vasco Sorowski. Vasco, mate, done some laps here this week, but the pace looks to be pretty hot out there tonight, mate. Oh, sorry, mate, I had you on mute. I was just saying, mate, you've done some laps here this week, but the pace looked to be pretty hot out there.
You got me, Alex. Hello, boys.
Yeah, got you, mate.
Yeah, they're all quick, mate. They're all quick. And as you know, this week, coming onto that back straight, I've struggled a little bit. And we were hanging with him and then clipped the wall, and that was pretty much it. Yeah. But no, it was still good fun. But they were up there, they were battling, and then good old Jeffrey come past, and I don't know, just didn't have it. So he got me as well. But anyway.
Oh, nothing to be ashamed of there, mate. Decker's got some speed, let me tell you. But look, first race of the season. I talked about it earlier on tonight. Massive performance with the podium in the big strength of field race last week without the broadcast. We just need to bring it here on a Sunday night going forward, right?
We want the glory, boys. We do. Yeah, but it's all good. But yeah, Alex, it was all that practice with you. That race with you, that's what it was, mate. That's why I got the top 5. So
yeah, beautiful.
I'm putting it to that one. But thanks, boys. Thanks again for putting it on. Yeah, like I said, it was good fun. But they're all quick. They're all very quick, and they just kept dropping me coming out of that corner. I don't know what it is. I've tried all week, and 1 in every 20 we might get it, but tonight there wasn't that 1 in 20.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. Well, hopefully bigger and better next week at Red Bull Ring, where the racing will be just as intense, if not entirely kind of different to a street circuit. What are you looking forward to about the ring, mate?
Oh, we did pretty good there last time. So we got in a guy there last time, but that was in the warm-up race. So fingers crossed we can put it together again. But this time, step it up a little bit. I hope.
Absolutely, mate. All very good. All right, mate, before we let you go, anyone I'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Of course, you guys, as always, thank you again for putting on another season. Everything you guys do, mate, appreciate it very, very much. Obviously, the other racers for being so awesome. And then I've got to give the thanks to all the boys, Justin, Greg, Martin, and Doug, and obviously my daughter Bethany. She gets a special thank you in this one as well. But they put up with me sitting in the sim room all week trying to get that one corner, and I still couldn't do it. So I've got to give them a big thank you. But again, you guys as well.
Beautiful, thanks. But hey, just quietly, how many spotters did you have tonight?
I think there was about 4 in my year, and then crew chief going off, and then everyone else. And but no, they're pretty calm and good. So this way they get to watch it live, and they don't have to be back a turn or two. So
beautiful. All right, mate. Great to talk to you as always.
By the way, before you dump me, you would have got me in that race.
Oh, I don't know about that. Anyway, we'll see.
Talk to you,
mate. See you, mate.
Buddy.
See you, mate.
See ya, mate.
There you go, folks. Vasco Sorowski. Great to talk to Vasco as always. And again, this week leading ANZ driver, which is great to see. But that's hopefully that podium or that next podium is not too far away for young Vasco. Now I'm going to grab returning champion now, Julian O'Fray, who he's briefly departed the universe while I've tried to grab him there. Julian, welcome back. Not the race you were looking for here tonight. Unfortunate incident robbed you there, mate.
Hello. Yes, totally not the race I expected. I expected to do one more than the first lap with my car clean, but this race was long with a damaged car at the first incident. It was really painful to do all the laps.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a long race once you get caught out early on, isn't it? And it's a real shame, mate. I was sorry to see that. But still, we've got another 8 races to go. Are you thinking back-to-back championships?
Can you repeat this
Oh,
one?
sorry, mate. I was going to say,
understand.
there's 8 races to go. Can you win the championship again?
Maybe. Depends what happened on each race. It's hard to tell it at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, thank you for persevering after that incident. We just caught a replay of it there. An unfortunate one in the braking zone. These things happen, unfortunately, but hopefully bigger and better things in the rest of the season. Anyone you'd like to say hello to before we let you go?
Hey, just you for your job, and I'm happy to see you back after the holidays.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Beautiful. Thanks, Julian. Great to see you back too, mate. And we look forward to talking to you again in the weeks to come.
Yep. See you next week. Bye.
There you go, folks. Julian O'Fray, our series champion last time round at season 25. An unfortunate ending to his race on lap 1, I think it was. Yamato outbraking himself, as we saw there, into turn 7. Unfortunate part of racing. It does happen, though. We've got a few people lined up now. We typically go in finishing order, but tonight we will grab our our highest finisher that we have in the room there, Mr. Christian Perez. Christian, mate, you were all over this race like a rash, and then the over-under at turn 3 just didn't work out, mate. Talk us through your race.
Hello, Alex. How are you, mate?
Mate.
Yeah, the race was controlled. I mean, I knew that I had not the best confidence today. Maybe I had not maybe the best pace today. Probably Naoya has. So I was that I knew. Sorry. That is gonna be a battle, but I mean, if I'm first, something between Anthony and Naoya could happen. It happens in some laps that I gain a little bit of room, and I know that in the next lap I will be chasing. But okay, and the last lap, well, yeah, just an incident with Anthony, but that's racing.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I wondered if the over-under in the midst of 3 cars might have tripped you both up, but I mean that's a last lap thing, isn't it? Right? You've held him inside, you've held him outside for different laps, and then you've tried something different on the last one, and unfortunately, that's part of racing. It was great to watch anyway, mate. Fantastic. I don't know about not having the pace either, but hopefully we'll see you a bit more in the weeks to come. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
No, not today. I will reserve for Austria.
No
when
worries.
I try to win.
And when he gets a win, we'll hold you to it, mate.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks for talking, mate. We'll talk to you soon. See you, bye. There you go, folks. That was Christian Perez, who, like I said, is looking to make the most of this season. That's for sure. Now, I'm going to grab one Sam Devantier, the cowboy himself. He unfortunately came unstuck on lap 1, mate. Outbreak yourself. Talk us through it.
Just it's my classic old me, just not thinking straight. Let's be honest. No, all seriousness, I stuffed up. I should have known better to sit behind Yuan, and I apologise to Yuan and everyone that got involved. That's a bit clumsy on my part. I should have known better to sit behind, but yeah, the adrenaline rush was there. So
yeah, it's a shame, mate, because you had good pace. The quality didn't go your way, and then it looked like it just went downhill from there.
It did go downhill. It went really downhill, but to be honest, it's a strong strength of field. The first one back, 4.4k. It gets tougher as it is in these races. So yeah, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty tough out there, mate. But hopefully, that rich vein of form that we saw with you at stages last season will come back, and we'll see a bit more of you in the weeks to come up near the pointy end, mate. But anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Yes, and you're probably gonna hate me for this. Shout out to my great buddy, and you said in your latest video, Russell Clark. So apparently, me and Russell are great friends. Apparently, so yeah, shout out to Russell Clark from Team Milo.
Yeah, there you go. The Speedy Snails driver shouting out to the boss man of Team Milo. Thanks, Seb. All right. All right, mate. Thanks for chatting to us, and we'll hopefully see more of you in the weeks to come.
Yeah, guys, happy New Year as well. Happy New Year.
Thanks, mate. You too. There you go, folks. Sam Devant here. Unfortunately, the Speedy Snails driver not having one of his more finer moments tonight, but I'm sure there's bigger and better things ahead for young Sam. Now, we will grab Mr. Fraser Smith, who did get caught up in that incident that we just caught a glimpse of there, mate. Not the race you were looking for in your return to Sunday Night Lights. Oh, and you're muted. Hang on. I'll unmute you. Bang. I don't know why you get muted there, mate, every time. But, can you unmute yourself? Fraser, you got me? I can't unmute you.
I think we're here.
There we go. Oh, we got you. There you
Hey.
go. Welcome back, mate. Welcome back. I think I figured it out. Now it should be okay. All right, mate. Tell us that you got caught up there in the midst of that incident. That was a bummer.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying, but it happens. I mean, like we were saying, I should have probably practiced more. Usually when I go into a race with a bad feeling, I should just start listening to my gut, really. But never mind. I don't think I could have done anything different there, really. Just the nature of the track, I guess.
Yeah, it is one of those things here, mate. The racing's pretty full on here, particularly without the runs under your belt, which was the case this week. But my hope is that we'll see better things in the weeks to come, mate.
Hopefully. I don't know how many drop rounds we've got for this shorter season, but I got to try and stay out of trouble now.
Yeah, well,
and I think I have to miss a round as well because of Daytona. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Well, we've got 3 drop rounds, so you've got perhaps one to play with, maybe. But anyway, we'll see what
I don't need it.
Yeah, well, that's it. All right, mate. Thanks for joining us. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just yourselves for putting this on, putting in the work, and some of my teammates that are watching. Cheers.
Beautiful. Thanks, Fraser. Talk to you in the coming weeks, mate.
See you, mate.
There you go, folks. That's Fraser Smith. Now, I do have someone in the green room, but I don't know who it is. They haven't changed their name to something I can do, so I'm a bit reluctant to bring them up sight unseen. But on that note, folks, we will leave it there with footage of our race winner here tonight. Pole sitter, race winner, car number 1, Naoya Nagai. Can't do much more than that. A 7K I-rated Japanese driver, leading Japanese driver running around at the moment, certainly right up there with the best in the world, as are the folks in your shot at the moment, getting around there, in and around in Perez, Jones, Swarovski, Decker. That's what we come to see on a Sunday night, folks, and it's back as bigger and bright as ever here on Sunday nights on Top Split TV. But folks, that might do us for now. If you would like to check out everything, that's where you can find us. Join us in the Discord for the post-race interviews and where we do the broadcast from. The Top Split YouTube channels where you'll find this and all the other race replays. Top Split TV on Twitch, of course, is where you'll find us here each and every Sunday night for the live broadcast, and Corey's Twitch channel there as well, though he's my partner in crime in absentia here tonight. So otherwise, folks, thank you very much for joining us and your ongoing support. And until next time and next week, same bat time, same bat channel, I'm Alex McKellar, and I'll say ciao for now.